What's up, everyone? This is Kenny here, and as I'm recording this, we are entering into the 7th day of the MCO. So I thought I would just like to share with you some of my thoughts with regards to what's going on out there and how things gonna be, at least from my point of view, moving forward. First up, we are faced with not one but three challenges in 2020, which is number one is the COVID-19 pandemic. Number two, this pandemic followed by a dropping crude oil prices, declining crude oil prices. And these two factors will then, plus the MCO, will then lead to the next one, or already some of my friends are already telling me that they have people who are unemployed. So it's going to lead to unemployment. And more Malaysians expect to lose their jobs over the course as the pandemic goes on. Up to 1 million people is predicted in the article at the time. So, yes, I've heard you loud and clear. I heard the property investors, the stock investors are telling me that now is the best time to buy. Now is the best time to buy even stocks itself. The price now is the same as the price 10 years ago. Imagine buying something now with the price of 10 years ago. Isn't that great? Stocks like blue chip stocks like Public Bank, blue chip stocks like Maybank, I didn't get the price 10 years ago. Now I'm buying it. Yes, I don't doubt it. It's definitely a great opportunity if you have the money and if you're prepared. But what if you are not prepared? What if in the next few months you might lose your job? What are you going to do then? Okay, so this message here is for those who might lose their jobs in the next few months, or lose their income, going to drop in their income a bit. First off, what you can do right now is to start looking into your expenses. Track all your expenses in and out. If you do not have a method to check, you use an Excel spreadsheet, you use a pen and paper. It's up to you, as long as you track your expenses, every single cent. I myself use an app called Money Level to track my expenses, and in that app you can see the breakdown between a mandatory expenses and discretionary expenses. Mandatory expenses here means they are your non-negotiables. It's all your loans, okay? The banks, all your loans, second is your insurance plans if you have. Third is your food and beverage every month. How much you spend? These are all non-negotiable, bare necessities. The bare necessities only. Discretionary is like occasionally beer with friends. Occasionally, like me, my discretionary is buying comics, buying collectibles. I love collectibles. I love comics. I love pop culture. So these are my discretionary expenses. But that discretionary expenses is getting quite big nowadays. I may need to review that, but that's a story for another day. Okay, moving on. Once you identify what is mandatory, what is discretionary, save as much as you can and only spend the bare necessity. What I mean by this is to cut your discretionary expenses as much as you can. Remember, you have to first priority now to survival and not something that is make you happy. It's no time to make you happy now. It's survival of yourself and your family. The next thing that you need to do is to look at your biggest expenses and try to plug it as much as possible. It could be a property that you are leaving vacant by not renting out, and every month you're paying the bank. Get it rented out as soon as possible. If you have to cut by 50% your rental, so be it, as long as there's money coming in. Money coming in is better than zero coming in where you're paying every month. It will drain your cash flow even faster. Okay, for example, I can give you is this example. Let's just say your installment is 3,000 and you're renting it out for 1,500. You still have 1,500 to cover that extra money, and it can last you 2 times longer. Instead of 6 months, it can last you 1 year. So you can consider this. If it's an Airbnb, you got no booking, turn it into a long-term rental. If it's a property that you are not renting out, not getting a price, you may need to reduce, be creative about it, reduce maybe 50% of rent for the first 6 months just to get a tenant, and the next 6 months you back to the market rate. Whatever you do, you need to get it rented out as soon as possible to avoid bleeding more cash from that. So next one, after you do all this, is that you might want to think of a side hustle. Why side hustle? You side hustle to supplement your income may not be enough. There are many side hustles you can do after the MCO or during the MCO. If after the MCO you can do Grab, you can do insurance, or if you are doing Grab food right now, you are earning like a lot of money during the MCO, okay? Or let's think out of the box. Nowadays you have so much free platforms, work platforms that you will list your services for free. For example, Fiverr, Workana. These are places where you can list your skills for sale. For example, let's just say you are a good video editor. You can list your skills for sales and on this platform and charge people money. Or you may be very good at languages like this. I may need a subtitle, someone to transcribe my subtitle. You can offer their services on Fiverr and Workana as well, platforms like this. Or you are a good copywriter, you write for magazines for your work. Offer your services. Offer your services out there to people who needs your copywriting services. Or digital marketers, if you are doing very well in your company, why not offer your services out there? Manage the advertisements for others, especially real estate agents. They will need someone like you, someone competent like you. Okay? So think out of the box. Even if you like cooking, after MCO, perhaps you can open your own home kitchen, start your own home kitchen. You can do a lot of things. The key here is whether you want to start or not. So after you got this side hustle down, after this, you want to do your best to keep your job. Now is not the time to be job hopping. It's a bad job market out there, and a lot of people is going to lose their jobs in the coming months. So what you can do to keep your job is to take on more responsibilities. In short, help your employers to help you. Remember, if your employers are not getting any business, they can't be paying you. The last thing that I would like to share with you is the last resort. I do not recommend this, especially if this is the only thing that you have. I'm talking about refinancing your property to have some cash to stand for the coming months, especially if the property is the one that you're currently staying. You'll be taking a big risk for the next coming months if you refinance. So only use this, please only use this when you have exhausted all the other avenues, and this is your last resort. But if it's even if it's an investment property, you will also need to consider this. If it's your last resort, then only you use. Before you go and refinance, speak to bankers first and get some rough gauge, see whether you qualify or not. If you do not qualify, what do you need to do about it? You may need to take lesser amount of cash out than you expect, okay? But that's better than nothing. Once you have done all the above, then and only then, if you see any difference, you can invest the difference. Once you have done all your savings, your protection, then you can invest the difference. Invest in instruments that you will not touch for your next 3 to 5 years. Okay, maybe blue chip stocks or maybe undervalued properties. It's up to you, but only if your necessities have been taken care of. That's all for me. I hope whatever I've shared with you will be useful to you in the coming months, because we are definitely going to go through some rough patches in the coming months. But hang in there, friends. I'm sure after the coming months, things will be better. And if you are prepared now, things will get even better after we go through this rough patch. And may we all go through this rough patch wiser and more prepared for the coming rough patch ahead. Because I can assure you, there will be another coming rough patch. There will always be and there will always be an opportunity for all of us. Bye bye.